Welcome to another episode of Beyond Chronic Disease. My name is Wendy Gathercole. I'm your host, also the author of the book that's sitting behind me. Last week, I did a podcast on why I don't eat meat. And a couple of weeks prior to that, I did a podcast on, well, I should say an episode on the milk that I drink when I choose to drink milk. So today, I am talking about no quick fixes. There's nothing that is a sustainable quick fix for your perceived problems. So, if you want simple, sustainable strategies for your well-being, then you're in the right place. Anything that you perceive as a problem is the starting point for your wellness journey. It doesn't matter whether it's your head that's telling you stories, your gut that's causing you angst, or not being able to digest, and not literally, but digest what's going on in society in general, in the world, all of those things that you perceive as problems. There are no quick fixes, as in it doesn't matter how many pills you pop, how many needles you jab yourself with, nothing will fix your perceived problems because it's only acting on the symptoms and not the root cause. So, for instance, the root cause of my chronic disease was stress. And I know that now, after I wrote the book, or even before I wrote the book, actually, with all the work that I have done to create wellness in my body, I realized that there was 3 major emotional traumas, I guess trauma more so than stress, that affected me and created the trauma in my body, which created the disease Crohn's. So when I look back on all of that, and that is actually, it's in my book. When I look back at that, I was fine until that happened, and then I got sick. So, and I also refer to the stress when we feel stress in our body. We feel it in different areas. Like some of us will get headaches. Some of us will feel it in our neck, which will give us the headache. Some of us feel it in our shoulders. We feel tight. Some of us will get sick in the stomach. Like all of these things. So if stress can do that to you, then traumatic events can create disease in your body too. It just makes so much sense to me. So how do we go about fixing it? Well, we get to the problem at hand. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and when I was given medication and it wasn't assisting me as to what maybe the doctors thought or I thought, whatever, and it was creating more symptoms in my body, then with the help of my medical team, I call them my medical team because there was a few of them, I created wellness by listening to chatting to my specialist one day. He paved the way for my wellness journey. It's always these little whispers from the universe that can assist you in some way, shape, or form to create a better circumstance in your life. So listen to them if you can. So there's no quick fixes. Okay, this wasn't, I had the pill, not the pill, but I had the medication. It didn't fix it because it was only suppressing the symptoms, although it wasn't really suppressing them very well, in my opinion, or for me. It's only suppressing the symptoms, and sometimes, like in my case, it added more symptoms to my body, which I didn't like. It's in my book. If you haven't read my book, get my book, and then you can see the process that I went through to go from chronic disease to well-being. So no quick fixes. So no amount of pills, no amount of needles, no amount of any of that will create wellness in your body if you don't do other things to get to the root cause. So getting to the root cause of your problems creates a whole new kettle of fish in your universe. And it's all got to do with the way we think, the way we feel, the emotions, the stories that we give things. And well, that's a lot of it, to be honest. So if you're not getting to the root cause of your condition, then I'm sorry, but you're not going to solve it no matter what. I see so many quick fixes being done, and you have short-term effects, like especially in the diet world. I did an anti-diet podcast late last year, because I don't like diets, because they're quick fixes. Anybody can go on a diet. Anybody can lose weight, albeit some people don't. But short term, you eliminate anything from your diet and you will lose weight. Doesn't matter whether it's even, 100 grams, you'll lose weight. But long term, sustainable, it's not going to work, because you haven't got to the root cause of why you got there in the first place. So in my example, I've put on weight, lost weight, over the journey of my life, which is just one of those cycles that we go through. And, many years ago, I was always on a diet. And it got to the point where I stopped dieting. And it's funny that when you decide to stop dieting and not even think about losing weight, how much weight you actually lose. Because it just it puts a whole stress, or just it creates angst in our mind. And when something creates tension in our bodies anywhere, it doesn't help eliminate toxins or weight from our body. It actually has that adverse effect. Inflammation in our body, there's, if you're, going to exercise or anything like that, if we're talking about losing weight, it's not going to work until you eliminate the inflammation first. And then you could probably find that you might lose weight from exercise. So the no quick fixes in life is so the tablets, the magic tablets that I was taking, weren't doing anything for me. So then I took a different approach, because I just listened. There was one thing that my specialist said to me, and it made me think about food. So from what he said, it made me just think about the food and what we as a society, Western society, are eating. And that really made sense to me. And I went along that line. And then, of course, one thing led to another. And then I was making all my own food and creating so much wellness, not only eliminating the inflammation in my bowel, but also mental wellness as well. So eliminating all the additives and chemicals from your food, It's amazing how much clarity you get in your mind and how much better you feel. And then there's lifestyle changes as well. So this all goes back. I've done this series on, the 3 foundational steps to eliminate Crohn's is knowing your body, dietary changes, and lifestyle changes. So, lifestyle changes is very, very important as well. And lifestyle incorporates, your work, your relationships with, not only your spouse and, immediate family, but work colleagues, the way you view your work, your jobs, like everything comes into that lifestyle changes. So there are no quick fixes in life to get from where you are to where you want to be. There's no magic potion, pill, needle. You need to get to the root cause of what is creating the angst in your body. Once you get to the root cause, and then you will find that you can get to where you want to be. So if you're on a roller coaster, or a roller coaster, I don't know, whatever you're on, if you're waking up every day, maybe it's like Groundhog Day even, and it's been going on for years and years and years, well, maybe you need to try something different. So living free from Crohn's, if you want to know how to do that, click on the link in the show notes. And until next week, I will see you then. So remember, there are no quick fixes for your perceived problems, only from the point of the root cause and not from the symptoms. So get to the root cause and you will fix your perceived problem. So see you next week. Bye.